Hey guys, Sam from Manfa's Makes. How are you all? Welcome back to all my returners and hi to any newbies. It's so great to have you here. Please do stick around a while. And if you like what you see, give me a thumbie. They are free. So let's show off the Christmas jumper. It is festive flamingos and it says flamingo ho ho ho. And they are out in the snowstorm with their Christmas hats on, which are pink. So this is a very Manfa Christmas top. Now, we are fast approaching that magical Christmas time of year. Now, everybody who's been here a while will know that Christmas is my absolute favourite time of the year. I have been super busy this weekend. So I am in fact filming this on Sunday, the 7th of December. Normally I batch film on a Saturday, but yesterday I spent the day Christmas shopping with Mike. And then when we got home, I made a huge dent in all of the wrapping that I need to do. There is still a fair bit to wrap and there are still a few bits and bobbles that I need to pick up. But I am so close to being ready for Christmas, which takes a lot of pressure off of my shoulders because we all know that the time just absolutely flies in December. Now, speaking of time flying, most of December I am focusing on my Hobie Peek-a-Pow Amigurumi Advent Calendar. And you will have seen bag number 2 and project number 1 on Monday. But for the last few weeks, I've been hinting that I would really love to take part in a little collaboration between 3 of my friends here on YouTube, should I get the time. Well, I made the time and now I can say that I am officially part of Wooblin' Wednesdays. Whoop, whoop. If you do not know what Wooblin' Wednesdays is, this was created by the gorgeous Missy over at Missy's Yarniverse and More, Rainey at the Woolly Llama Shop, and Patricia at the YarnyCat_crochet. Now, there have been a few collabs that these 3 amazing women have put on over the past few months. And if you're not familiar with any of them or some of them, then please click the channel links that I have put in my description box and go and make yourself familiar. They are really, truly awesome women, really, really lovely friends of mine. And Rainey in particular at the Woolly Llama Shop, she actually does embroidery. She's got the big kick-ass machine and actually the project bag that my Wooble, well, kind of Wooble is in. This is Rainey's Machines handiwork. It is, of course, my channel logo and it was gifted to me by Patricia at YarnyCat_crochet. So 2 of the women that I'm talking about today engineered this for me. So it was only fitting that my Wooblin' Wednesday projects should live in there and feature on this video as well. Well, Rainey came up with the idea of making patches and we have all been invited to start collecting the patches. Now, I did get my 100 Days of Halloween patch. I have earned another patch which is escaping me right now. I can't quite remember. Sorry, ladies. Let people know in the comments what the patches are. And then there is the Amigurumi. Is it Amigurumi Master patch? I haven't really done my research very well, but all I know is that there are patches to collect. And when I was a little girl, I really wanted to be a part of the brownies and the Girl Guides. But in my little area down here in the countryside of the UK, the waiting list was absolutely horrendous. And actually, I've mentioned this on the channel before. My mum eventually did get a call to say that I could now join brownies and Girl Guides. However, I was much too old to join by that point. My name had sat on that list for all those years and I never got the opportunity. So collecting these gorgeous patches from these ladies is my adult yarny version of Girl Guides. So that is what the plan is. So whenever they do something where you can earn a patch, I really want to take part because the collectomaniac in me wants to collect them all. No, that is not a Pokemon reference. I am not interested in Pokemon, but the patches, I do want to collect all of those. So to get this Wooblin Wednesday patch, you have to do at least one of the makes that are featured from these three ladies. Now, these three ladies do have the proper Woobles kits that are hitting every store known to man over in the US. It is a huge craze over there. Now, for me, and I don't want to offend anybody, this is just my personal opinion, I am not a big fan of the Woobles, just because aesthetically they don't do it for me. I can make much more intricate and interesting to the eye amigurumis. And again, that's not me bragging. I just know that I can. I've featured several amigurumis on the channel before. And the Woobles are brilliant for beginners. They are very simplistic, nice, easy, quick makes. Totally get why they are such a huge craze and really, really popular for those that really love them. The price tag on them is a little bit iffy, but I know several of my friends have talked about that. And for me to get hold of Wooble kits over here would cost me even more. So I'm not interested in the Woobles kits. I don't have the Woobles book either. I don't have any of the beginner yarn that's used in creating the Woobles. So I love the fact that these three gorgeous ladies have given us, those of us that don't have those options available to us, another way in to join in and get these little makes done. So like I said, they've got the Woobles book, they've got another like mini amigurumi book that they're pulling things from, but also they will find a similar make to the one that they made and link that pattern or tutorial down in their description boxes. And in order for you to get the patch, you have to make one of those patterns, whether it is exactly the same thing or the alternatives that they provide. Now, the first one that I've done is one of the makes that Patricia at yarnycat_crochet has made, because I recently got a book and I hadn't made anything from it until now. And it was this book here, Mini Amigurumi Made Easy. It's a Meteor Books publication, and it is by Mariska Vos-Bowman, otherwise known as DIY Fluffies. Now, one of the makes that Patricia featured is this little cutie peeking over the edge of the book here, Lily the cat. Here she is on the back. And when I commented on Patricia's video that the cat was super cute, and when I showed this book on my channel, she said, oh, I think that cat is the one that I made for Wooblin Wednesday. So I did a little bit of research, and it is the same cat that Patricia made. So there is Lily the cat. And I thought, brilliant, what a way to kick off Wooblin Wednesday when I have one of them physically in my possession in my library of pattern books. So I thought, great, whip one of those out. Now, again, like I said, I'm not using the easy beginner yarn, that, you know, the tube yarn that are used in the Wooblin things. I'm not using an official Wooble, so I feel a bit bad calling it Wooblin Wednesday. But now that I've explained everything that the ladies are doing, hopefully, you know, you understand why I went this route. I have so many scraps in my scrap bin that I knew I would be able to pull some generic acrylic and be able to get this make done. Now, I did have to put a bit of a Manfa twist on it. I'm trying to kind of take a leaf out of Missy's book in, if you're not sure on something or if you want to tweak something, it is a-okay. You can go rogue. So I did go a little rogue this time. Let me show you what materials and things that I used, and then I'll show you my version of Lily Cat. Now, Lily the cat is probably going to be put in my bag of all the little makes that I've done over the course of the last year that I have no end goal for, and eventually I will pass them out as random acts of crochet kindness. For Lily the cat, I used my 3mm dots, the orange one. Yep, so there's that one. And then the scraps that I pulled the grey that I used to make my nephew's whale. So it's the Yarn Art Baby in the silver. Now this one says that it's a fine number 2 weight, but it is about the same as the European DK thickness over here. It says use a 3.5mm needles or hook, fine weight number 2, but for me it acted more like a DK. There's all the washing instructions, made in Turkey, colour 3072. So I'll let you just have a quick look at those stats there. So I picked the grey. Now, as you can see on Lily, they used a darker grey for her stripes. They embroidered the eyes and the nose. I did not embroider the eyes. I did pick pink for the nose, and I just grabbed this rainbow A8 cotton from Hobie because it was just the little nose on the front of the amigurumi. 8/8 is a lightweight 3 or DK, 100% cotton. I forgot to say this one was 100% acrylic. So yeah, there is a mix of fibres, but it really doesn't matter. I'm not going to give you all the stats. I'm just really going to show you the yarns that I use. So pink for the nose. And then for the stripes, I thought, oh, I don't want to dig out a black. I'm just going to find another stripe. So I went rogue and I picked white because why not? And again, that's the rainbow 8/8. And like I said, I didn't embroider the eyes either. For such a tiny make, guys, this took me forever and a day, and I don't know why. I think because I am trying to squeeze in this little make in between the advent. I already felt the pressure because I needed to get the advent done. So maybe it didn't take quite as long as it felt, but it felt like it took way too long for the size that it is. I went rogue on some of the stripe placements. I went rogue on the eyes and the nose. But let me get Lily back up for you. Her version at least. So there is her version. And here is mine. So mine does look completely different. I wanted the big oversized cute eyes, and I put some gold glitter discs behind. I didn't like the 2 straight across stitches for the nose, so I tried to do the triangular pink nose for Lily. I did put the side stripes under the ears and the back stripes, but on the head I went slightly different and tried to make it look more like comical hair or something. But she is literally so itty bitty that she will be absolutely loved by whoever finds her when I leave her in the wild for random acts of crochet kindness. But it was an easy pattern to follow, simple, quick. I think just because I was in a rush to get other stuff done, it seemed to take forever. I'm not sure how I feel about her little front feet, but it works, it's fine. I love how her tail curls around the front. But there you go, that is my first entry into Woobling Wednesday. So when I get off of filming, I will take a picture of her and send her to Patricia at the Yarny Cat Crochet, and I will keep that picture because now I've got to find which one from Missy I'm going to do and which one from Rainy I'm going to do. And hopefully for the next couple of weeks, I will be able to do those 2 other patterns and do a Woobling Wednesday for you all and earn that amigurumi master patch. So there we go. What do you think? Let me know. Let me know. Woobling girlies, what do you think? I think it turned out super cute. I love the oversized cutesy eyes. Reminds me of like the TY Beanie Baby Boos and all the rest of it. But there you go, there's my Lily the cat, and that's my first entry towards gaining my patch. So I am a third of the way there. So there we go. So that is my Woobling Wednesday. But don't go anywhere, guys, because we have a little bit of admin to finish the video up with. Last week on my crochet and chat video, if you stayed to the end, there was my December monthly pattern giveaway, and that is where you could win a pattern or patterns up to the value of 10 great British pounds that I just digitally gift to you, and you had to use the keyword of scarf in your comment. Now this was open to absolutely everybody. And there were 16 of you lovelies that entered. So let me pull up my list. When your comment comes in, I put you next to a number, and in just a couple of minutes, I will be asking the person who lives in my phone to pick which one of you lovelies is going to win for the final month of the year, guys. Can you believe it? 2025 is almost done. So let me get me giveaway winner costume on. Here we go. Flamingos galore, because like I said, I've even got flamingos on my top. So, hey Siri. Please pick a random number between 1 and 16. 13. Unlucky for some, but lucky for this person. And oh my goodness gracious! It is Find Your Joy! Well, Joy, I found you! And you have won a pattern or patterns from Ravelry. What I need you to do, Joy, hang on, I forgot to do the most important bit. Ready? Joy, what I need you to do is I need you to find my email address, which is down in the description box. I need you to go over to Ravelry and pick your pattern or patterns up to the value of 10 Great British pounds or as close to it. And you then need to email me with your Ravelry account name and links to the pattern or patterns that you would like. And as soon as I receive them, when it is an appropriate time of day for me to do so, I will send them straight to you. Happy early Christmas, Joy! And I'm so happy that I found you! And if you don't know what I'm going on about, you need to go and check out Find Your Joy. Honestly, she has a gorgeous channel. I've recently discovered her through these Wooblin ladies, actually, and she is a real pleasure to watch. And Joy, if you are watching and if you do hear about this, thank you for bringing some joy into my life. And I definitely mean that. I don't mean to be corny, but I definitely mean that. So yay to Joy. Put down in the comments your congratulations for Joy. And don't forget to let me know what you think of my little Lily the cat. I need to go off and film Friday's video, and then I need to find which pattern I'm going to do from either Missy or Rainy. And then crack on with the Advent, because as it stands on Sunday the 7th of December, all I've got is 2 tiny little rosy cheeks and a snout. I have so much to do, and it's nearly the working week again, so I really don't know if I'm going to get Aurora the deer done this week, but I will try my hardest, okay guys? Things are ramping up, lots to do, lots to sort, lots of time to spend with my kiddos. And if it gets done, great. If it doesn't, I will just show you what I did get done. We will still open bag number 3, and I will continue to work on these until they do get done. It would be lovely to have the finished item every week, but if that doesn't happen, that is absolutely a-okay. So please come back on Friday. It's not going to be a crafty catch-up, because you have seen Owen the Stoat and you have seen my Lily the cat now, and that is literally all I've done in the crafting world, guys. So what I'm going to do instead is I am going to fill you in on where I am with some of the other collaborations that I got involved with in 2025, what the status of those are, and what my future plans with them are going to be. So if you want me, or if you want to hear how I intend to wrap those things up and what I plan to do with them, please come back on Friday. But until then, stay safe, be kind, look after one another, get some good quality time in with your loved ones, and get some good quality crafting time in. I will see you in the next one or around the YouTube streets. Bye, guys. Love you loads.